Hello everyone, my name is Andy, also known as Engineer for God, and I'm just making this video to tell you a bit about my Dante's Divine Comedy project that I'm posting on YouTube. Now, first of all, how I came to make this project. So, first of all, I've always been kind of curious about reading the Divine Comedy, but I never really got around to it because I heard that it was very hard to read, and nobody wanted to do any group study with me, so I never really got around to it. But then when I saw my friend had a copy of it, I was like, this would be really cool. I think I'll try reading it and so he let me borrow it, and it was really great. But the Middle English was really hard to understand. So luckily for Christmas, I got a nice American English translation, and it was really nice. I could understand it great. Now also, I happen to be a fan of the electronic band Tangerine Dream, which is based in Germany. Now, this video, of course, is also for Tangerine Dream fans, because you probably, like myself, have wanted to find the lyrics to what all the songs are, because it seems that Tangerine Dream is notorious for, if they ever have lyrics in their music, they never tell you like what they are, because if they're like quoting something like poetry, they'll just say, oh, it's from William Blake, or this is from Dante, so they just pretty much tell you to go find it yourself, and a lot of people are not willing to do the work it takes to actually discover what all the lyrics are, especially in the case of these videos where, this music where it's in 4 different languages. And so it's a pretty daunting task to have to figure all that out. But since no one else was doing it, I thought that if it was going to get done at all, I would have to do it myself. And so here I am. So what I did to find the lyrics was basically just I would listen to the music, like in the English songs I could listen to and try to make out the words and write them down in a Microsoft Word. And it was kind of a long, tedious process, but I was able to get through it. There's some words that are not exactly clear, so even now there's a lot of it. Some words that I'm just like, okay, I think she said kid, so I'm going to put kid, but I don't know what it really was supposed to be, so yeah, just throwing it out there. So, if you ever think that you're listening to it and you hear one word and you're like, oh, I know what that word is, and it's not the word I have, then please feel free to correct me. Also, with the other 3 languages, there is Italian, which is the original language that the Divine Comedy was written in. There's also Spanish and French. So Italian was actually fairly easy to find because in the copy of the Divine Comedy I had, it had the Italian on the left page and the English on the right, so it was easy to compare it, and it was really nice. But and furthermore, Tangerine Dream, I noticed that they were singing it exactly as it was written, so that was really good. I could follow it word for word. I just had to find one word in the text that would lead me to find where it was in the Divine Comedy, and so I had to write down where everything was. But then Spanish, what was good about that is that there actually were some people online that had posted the lyrics for the Spanish songs, and I was pretty grateful because I'm not that great. I learned a little bit of Spanish, but I'm not super in-depth about it. So the ones that weren't posted, I kind of had to struggle with using Google Translator. I know that if there's any language professors here, they'll probably be like, oh, that's so lame. Why would you use Google Translator? Because it translates everything wrong and everything. But really, in my case, I didn't really need it to be something fancy because I had the text of Dante right here, so I could just find where it was, and then I could use the translation that I was given. So that was simple enough. Now the French is the hardest language because the Tangerine Dream music, the lyrics that they sing or speak in some cases, does not line up with the PDF versions of the French versions of the Divine Comedy I was able to obtain. And thus I was not able to translate all of the songs that were in French. The only one that I was able to discover was the song about Beatrice that appears in the Inferno. And the only reason is because that's the only time, literally the only time that Beatrice even appears in the Inferno. So in that case, I was able to find where it was because it was like her monologue. But other than that, I couldn't find it. So I'm going to post the videos with the French, and I'm probably going to put, just to annoy you, I'm going to put the word French on the screen whenever a French word is spoken. And hopefully it will annoy you enough to actually help me figure out what the translations are. So if any of you are good at language, then I would be much obliged if you would take on that task and help me to translate it. So one other note I'd like to make is about Edgar Froese's vision of the Divine Comedy versus Dante's vision. So I was reading the covers of the Tangerine Dream music, and it seems that Edgar is probably like either a Hindu or Buddhist background. So he has some different sort of view about the Divine Comedy. I don't really understand how it can be taken that way because it was written from a Catholic point of view specifically. Although he claims that it can really be for anybody of any religion. It doesn't really, I don't really believe that. But if any of you who are from perhaps the Hindu or Buddhist background notice stuff in the music that refers to that, I would be glad if you could tell me what that stuff means. And I can give you the Catholic perspective. So so I just after translating that, I decided that, hey, I like the pictures, I want to be able to show people pictures and put it in a video. So I decided to make into videos, and then when at one point I had people proofread it, they couldn't read the text fast because there was some areas where there was no lyrics, so I had to just add stuff from the text. And when I did that, I ended up having to make the text go fast so that I could cram everything into the video. So in that case, it was too fast. So I ended up doing my own voiceover into it. Now, although the voiceover is helpful, I kind of think, I don't know, but if it's just me, but I think my voice could sound kind of annoying to listen to, like in a video like that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe you guys don't think so, but for some of you who might just want to have the text only in those spots, I was thinking of creating another version that doesn't have my voiceover in it, just for in case you feel that way. And so I guess the main purpose of these videos is one, for Tangerine Dream fans to finally understand what they're listening to. The second is for fans of the Divine Comedy who would like to enjoy it in a whole new way. And also newcomers to everything, or Divine Comedy or Tangerine Dream or whatever. You can still get some really good enjoyment out of it, and you'll get a bird's eye view of what the Divine Comedy is like. And of course, I skipped a lot of spots, but you can get a bird's eye view, and maybe it will inspire you to actually read the real thing. And then last but not least, also, if you have any questions about the Divine Comedy or questions about the Catholic faith, feel free to ask me about it. And I can also give you references, articles that were helpful to me to understand the Divine Comedy. So I'd be happy to provide that with you. And at this point, the Infernal videos are completed, but I still have yet to work on the Purgatorio and the Paradiso. And I actually will work on those. I mean, a lot of people, when they read Dante, they only read the Inferno, and the other books are left out. So I actually want to provide it for the entire Divine Comedy, because Tangerine Dream did, so I decided that that would be a good course of action as well. So I hope you guys enjoy these videos. And one last thing I'd like to give a throw out to my friend Paul, who also makes videos. He does commentaries on Myers-Briggs personalities, as well as commentaries on video games, and even a Catholic point of view of video games. So if you're so interested, please check his videos out too. Alright, well, have a good day, and God bless.